Alrighty, so welcome to the Wednesday afternoons. Wait, no, hold on. Sorry, it's Wednesday night. Sorry, day's been a bit all over the place. Anyway, I'm your host, Trepang2. Today I'll be continuing to stream Trepang2. Now, I know I said I wouldn't be doing a full playthrough of Trepang2, and that is still true. I was intended to stream 0 Hour today, or this stream, due to me looking forward to the AI in that game, or the AI update in that game. But apparently, and this is to my disappointment and chagrin, the fact that the AI squad will not be added until the 27th of June, so it's next week. I am disappointed, to say the least, but nevertheless, they did say that unforeseen problems may occur, and though I was hoping for it to be today, but yeah, no. Apparently details and certain things were pretty much intercepted, so to speak. Anyway, enough of me just being melancholy. Let's focus on what we have on hand. Trepang2, it's out. It's great. And, well, actually, I wouldn't say it's great. It's pretty good in terms of its gameplay, but narratively speaking, it's leaving much to be desired. At least right now. We are early onset in the game, so who knows? This may change as time goes on. Anyway, let's continue playing Dried Cucumber 2. My favorite game. I shouldn't say that. I just started playing it today.
Now that you know what we're up against, I have to show you something.
How about you don't?
Authorization clearance updated.
Hell?
Access granted.
Yeah, actually granted my left nav. Alrighty, so what's this we have in our hand? Shotgun and a silenced SMG. Alright, so last I left off, I did the Gunnarsson complex. So now, Iron Dragon, as it were. Let's do this.
Horizon has been increasing their security spending. It's time we hit their infrastructure so we can disrupt their logistics.
Let's start off with me trying to get into the groove of things again. It's been I wouldn't say it's been a long day at work, but it has been one that's been trying.
Hey, good luck out there.
I don't need your luck, Quartermaster. I don't even know your name. That's how important you are in my life. Anyway, yeah.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Don't ever talk to me, Raven. You're not Pequod and you're not Malik from Deus Ex Human Revolution.
The element of surprise ends here. Once you start hacking a terminal, Horizon will be all over you. Good luck.
Sir, we got a situation here. We've got an intruder in the server room.
What the hell are we paying you jackoffs for? Go check it out!
Subject 106 sighted.
You know, just because you would need me, I don't want to do it.
A counter hacker has been spotted in your area. You've got to eliminate him.
You are meanie bobini to me.
Sir, the intruder deployed that whole squad.
Oh, really? You don't say.
I got a suppressor. What the hell is that weapon? Really? Jeez, look at that. Only a few seconds. We're only like a minute or so in, and I'm already covered in freaking blood. I'm trying to think. First vector is 45 ACP SMGs. And Mark 23 is, I think it's supposed to be a 45 ACP pistol too.
Get your sorry asses in there already! Oh fuck!
That's right. You see me? Now you don't. Now you see me.
Hack complete. Move on to the next one.
That's right. While another way. Hacking the world, boys. I think at some point I could play visual novels on some actually. I did that once before already on Twitch. Actually.
You got all the death insurance money you can get! Your immediate family is covered financially! What are you so worried about?
We like living, sir.
Positivity! Make
So here, DMR, the shotgun, the grenade launcher, the bolt launcher. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. Fine, you want me to play on hard difficulty, A game? Well, you're gonna get your monster, alright?
and proud this time!
You know what, let's just complete the level before I do anything drastic. Sources. Two's down. Alright, I guess not. Sorry if I'm seeming a little quiet right now.
You got all the death insurance money you can get! Your immediate family is covered financially! What are you so worried about? Alright, positivity! Make Horizon proud this time!
Apologies if I seem a bit quiet right now. But I'm trying to think about something to talk about, like legitimately something to talk about. For the most part, I'm coming up kind of blank a little bit. It's like 10 at night right now. Like 10 at night is standard right now. For the most part, all my thoughts are going towards I want to sleep just as much as I want to play a game too. I suppose we should talk about a little bit what I've been doing before I've been streaming on YouTube. Now, for those who don't know, and which that's probably just everyone at this point, I for the last for the most part, I've been streaming on Twitch for the longest time ever. I've been streaming since college, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, no, I was streaming around in college, which I did it because I did get that good money. And, yeah, I've been doing streaming ever since, though. Because I figured, why not? I don't have anything better to do. I figured you may as well try my hand at it a bit more extensively. Yeah.
Hack complete. Get to the next one.
Half complete. But yeah, when I started streaming, I did it for college. So I did get a passing mark on my. Yeah, I did get a passing mark on my college. I still didn't graduate college, but still, I got a passing mark in the curriculum I took on that semester. And to say the least, the longest time I've been doing Twitch. I had considered doing YouTube for a while. This was, I believe, this was before YouTube, had a stream integrated on the platform. But for the most part, yeah, that's how it is. But I'd considered doing YouTube before, just never really put serious thought into going through. When I actually picked up editing software for like $200, it was Vegas Pro. I purchased the license that'll last for like a full year, or as long as Vegas is being the 2022 version of Vegas Pro is being supported. I pretty much have full punitive access to the yeah, no, I pretty much have full punitive access to like editing now. But I haven't been using it lately, mostly because well, another thing, I honestly don't know what video I might be trying to do. There are a few that I can think of. I would like to try my hand at Let's Play for the moment. Nothing too serious, maybe I'd probably like diegetically. Maybe I would do what Enoch does. Yeah, do what Enoch does. Do like a full, long, extensive playthrough, edit it down for like the best moments and things that seem really relevant to mention and stuff like that. All sorts of stuff. things like that, I would consider it. That's something that I consider doing as a channel thing. I'd probably think of like doing a few other things as well. But yeah, I'd like to do that as a starting point. I like games. I like talking about games, not just like games that are like, oh hey, this is popular and cool, right? But I also like to talk about like, I also like to talk about like the relevancy of it as well. Well, yeah, the relevancy and some nuances of stuff. Like stories, for example, in the game. To some extent, people kind of blow out of proportion how unimportant stories are. Just as much vice versa as well, when I think about it.
Got you now, motherfucker!
I'd like to talk about like old games a little bit at some point. New games as well. As, you know, these days it seems like everything is going wrong with yeah, I'd like to talk about new games as well, because it seems like I'll talk about what new games do right. Yeah, I'd like to talk about at some point like what new games do right and what, you know, some old games do. What does the AAA industry does right, and of course what does it do wrong. As well as vice versa for like the indie scene as well. I love to take a little bit more balanced look at it. You know? Is everything in the AAA sphere as terrible as people make it out to be? Maybe a little bit. But are things, you know, as idyllic for the indie games scene as well? I highly doubt it. I mean, I don't doubt that there's like more better benefits the devs could get away with, but still, let's not blow it out of proportion. Shall we? Yeah, no. I'd like to do videos like that at some point, maybe. escape. IT specialist. Yeah. That's right. I learned how to ping and, you know, alt F4 these
All
guys.
this junk is over with, we ought to get you a few drinks. That'll be the fucking day. We've been out here for way too fucking long.
I really don't like Raven as my pilot.
Just heard over the comms that Horizon's reconsidering their defense budget, because now they gotta repair their international data network. Also got word that some of their investors are pulling out.
Okay, and why is that relevant to me? Does it look like I give a rat's ass?
Comm traffic's picking up a lot of infighting at Horizon now. That should buy us some more time to plan our next offensive.
Never talk to me again, Director, unless it's something important. That was not important. Alright.
Horizon has been increasing their security spending. It's time we hit their
Let's
infrastructure
just
so
do
we can
this again on
disrupt their
hard.
logistics.
Just so that way I have one step closer to the minigun. Because if I get the minigun, oh baby, just imagine the amount of insanity we can get away with. I mean, it's just palpable. One man may say, the minigun is.
Good luck out there.
One man may say, you know, the minigun is not as good as, you know, the SMG. I say, clearly, you have not understand the glory of heavy weapons fire.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Again, Raven, I never want to goddamn talk to you again. You're not P-Quad, you're not Malik. Don't pretend you're my friend, because we're not friends.
Once you start hacking a terminal, Horizon will be all over you. Good luck.
Let's just do the top, because that seems a bit the hardest. Defend a bit.
Sir, we got a situation here. We've got an intruder in the server room.
What the hell are we paying you jackoffs for? Go check it out!
Alright, you baboons, do this.
A counter hacker has been spotted in your area. You've got to eliminate him.
Yeah. Keep it, man. Oh man, I died. We're off to a phenomenal start.
Got an intruder in the server room.
What the hell are we paying you jackoffs for? Go check it out!
You guys are getting
A counter hacker has been spotted in your area. You've got to eliminate him.
top 10 reasons why I already hate playing on hard mode. Number 1, damage is so proportionally off. Number 2, damage is so proportionally off. Come on, you witless baboon. Where are you?
Oh, son of a bitch! Sir, the intruder just wiped out the whole squad.
Oh, really? You don't say? You think I didn't hear all that gunfire?
Yes, sir. You said you had a really bad case of tinnitus. What? Your tinnitus, sir. You said it was bad? What? Yelling what the entire time. someone who's played Titanfall 2 at one point. Meaning I'm the slight maestro, not master, maestro. Get it right. Great start.
We got eyes on 106.
Jesus Christ. Fucking sparks are flying in my face, man. I'm surprised I'm not going blind by just looking at this crap. It's just absolute anarchy. What is going on anymore? This is turning out to be an ARPG in first person.
Hack complete. Get to the next one.
Got five guys left. Oh, damn it. Again? These guys packing grenade launchers or something?
Do you know how much money we spent hiring you assholes?
Oh man, this is turning out to be rough. Well, it's really thick right now. Like, seriously, I'm not sure how much this body is right now anymore. All I know is that the hole is high.
Hack complete. Get to the next one.
Oh my goodness. There's the second hack.
Got you now, bitch! Grenade out!
I can definitely tell you this much. These guys are definitely living up to the Bungie standard of you're not throwing enough grenades, you're not winning. Those grenades are really taking me off.
You got all the death insurance money you can get. Your immediate family is covered financially.
Bolt muncher. Flashbang armor, health kit, tomahawks, mollies, recon. What the hell? Calling
This is
recon.
Spectre, we're in the AO.
This is Spectre, we're in the AO, but not for long, because 9 times out of 10 we're gonna die before we actually get anything done. funny to think that this game actually has functional stealth, when in actuality it's as useful as well, it's actually as useful as becoming a ghost. Useful as becoming an actual ghost sheep or something like that. Looks like BXM is 6 feet under right now. Be sure that wow.
Hack complete. We're done here, 106. Time to extract.
106, this is Raven.
Alright, there we go. Hard mode dealt with. That's one half of the minigun requirements finished. What, no comment on how the stock market has just crashed even harder? This safe house is very barren. Is this even a safe house? Are we sure this isn't just some place that you find in the middle of nowhere? Alright, Jorvik Castle is next. Jorvik Castle. Dr. Emerson's files show Horizon was sending scientists and biological material to the castle in the UK. The castle is owned by a violent and heavily armed cult. The leaders are known as the Patriarch and Enforcers. They must be eliminated. Intel suggests high-ranking Horizon scientist Kramer is conducting research at the temple. Orders are to kill or capture. But some guy named Seinfeld is requesting for him to be coming alive.
Raven here. I'll meet you at the helipad. 106, this is Spectre 1. We'll meet you at the rendezvous point.
I can never every time I think of some guy named Kramer, I
Those
just can't help but
cultists
think
are a
about.
bunch of freaks. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I can't help but think about Seinfeld. I don't know any other people named Kramer, unfortunately.
Nice to see you again, sir. Raven taking off.
I'm not happy to see you, Raven. I would actually prefer to be with Falcon, or Sparrow, or anyone besides you. Oh my goodness, here we are. Cultist leaders. What's this? Oh my goodness, a suppressor. Yes, I can now shoot quietly. But does that matter is the question.
106, you made it. We're here to back you up if things get heated. We've got hostiles in the courtyard.
Some pugs.
You take the first shot.
Let's see here. How many people we got looking?
That's half of them down.
The enemy.
Cover's blown. Go out. Courtyard's clear. Gotta reload! Cover me!
They desecrate our holy grounds! Execute the trespassers in the name of the Patriarch! Get the infidel!
Zealous as they
Come
look.
out in the center so we can cover you!
From their heresy!
Japanese carry actual thunder guns.
No paradise for non-believers!
He's barely got any freaking ammo for my Vector now.
They are too strong! Pull back!
LZ is clear.
106, drop a smoke for Spectre 2 to land.
Okay. Here we go.
This is Falcon. Got a visual on the LZ.
That's some sweet, sweet smoke right there.
This is our stop. Go fuck shit up. Spectre 2 deployed. We'll keep this courtyard secure. Good luck in that 106. Have fun fucking up the Enforcer 106.
Man, never talk to me
They desecrate our holy ground! Kill them!
All teams, 106 is hunting down the Enforcer.
Alrighty.
Glory to the first man who dies! Shame to the last man to fall!
Guess that's gonna be him.
The non-believers will be destroyed!
So here we are all the way out in the UK. Great. Yeah, no. How many
Walk
freaking...
softly, brothers. The non-believers are hunting. I think I saw something. There is a murderer here! Now in, brother. We will bash them! The enemy's fire!
Top of the ammo, pal. Okay. Keep it moving. Kind of fun the fact that you could actually get the drop on those guys. It really is cool if I can just drop on them. It does incentivize stealth a little bit, you gotta get better. Not by a metric, but still enough where it's just like, yeah, you can take out excellent.
Spectre 3 infiltrated through the balcony, moving to search the mausoleum for Dr. Kramer. Good luck bagging the Enforcer, 106.
I don't need luck. What I need is a good cognac at the end of it. So if you could give me a nice cognac at the end, please. Great. Right.
You're approaching the Enforcer's position.
Upward and onward and all that, you know? Holy shit. So you're the one. That's fair, I don't really got much right
It's the best the Cabal has to offer.
now. Cabal?
No shame, no regret, only servitude.
What's that? Your pansy ass can't freaking deal with the fact that you almost got handed?
Right here, right here! Holy blessings!
Why does the boss battle have to be like this freaking metal shit? Oh, I like metal as much as the next guy, but still, at the same time, it's one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, maybe there could be like something a bit more thematically appropriate. Like, insane. But yeah, something like an insane opera music or something like that.
All units be advised. The enforcer has been eliminated. Spectre 3, what's your status?
Get your hands off me, you fuckwits! Bastards!
Dr. Kramer's in custody. We're on our way back to the courtyard for extraction. Director, we've got unidentified helos closing in fast. Oh shit, it's Horizon! They're landing everywhere! We'll try to hold them off, but we're going to need backup ASAP!
Copy that. All teams fall back to the courtyard. We gotta keep that LZ secure.
Affirmative, we're on our way. Come on, you sorry sack of shit.
I'm not a child. I can walk on my own.
Sure.
Check your fire. We've got a VIP to look out for.
Moving out. Cover me. Go, target, sir.
All stations, our first priority is to rescue Dr. Kramer. Secondary objective is to recover his research. Avoid subject 106 at all costs.
Could have told that to the other guys that came before.
Backstab us. Kill the dirty traitors.
Bayonet? Smart gun? What the hell? Alright, I'm more curious about the bayonet though. A fixed bayonet with a minigun, you say? 200 5.56 shooting at like what? 1,000 RPM per?
What the fuck? Got him right here.
Yes, I have 2 WMGs back pocket. You don't It's dark as hell here, man. I can't see squat.
Central, Dr. Kramer spotted. Central, Dr. Kramer spotted. Moving to intercept.
To kill us off. We've got Horizon Black Ops on our tail. We're headed underground. We'll find a place to hold out.
You idiots! Stop there! Other way! This is coming, damn it!
Over there.
Man, if only this thing just started firing like common enough ammunition. Great.
He's over here.
He's over here. He's got a shotgun in my face. My face is on fire. White phosphorus. Ow. marked with incendiary white phosphorus rounds.
You weren't the first they sent to kill me. There was another. And another. All of your predecessors lie dead. And so will you, if you continue to walk in their stead. Spare me the sin of killing another brother. Precious warrior monks.
What's that supposed to mean, friend?
Heed my warning. Leave. Crusaders. Every day, sharpen your swords, sharpen your
106, we could use some help here. Horizon's taken the courtyard.
Oh my goodness, what's the connotation, I wonder, for 106? Well, actually, no, it's pretty probably already obvious, the fact that 106 is, much like how Agent 7, even like the first guy, it's crazy how well it's crazy how
Central, this is
this,
Dagger 4. We lost the courtyard. Repeat, courtyard is lost.
yeah, it's crazy how
Spectre
this,
1. Courtyard
place
secure.
looks.
Spectre 3, check in. We've lost contact with Spectre 3. 106, find out what happened to them.
Why do I gotta be the one to do it? Am I really your most effective
Watch over the
operator?
courtyard.
What the hell is this? Hello, sweetheart. What exactly are you supposed to be? Penetrator, explosive.
That's a positive ID on one of Spectre 3's men. Let's see if we can find the rest of his team.
I like that statue. What's over there? Hello, sweetheart. 2x scope. That's practically useless to me.
Dagger 3, this is Central. Come in. Do you read? Damn it. If you're reading this, rendezvous with Dagger 5.
Incendiary. Goddamn excellent. I'm already packing the heat though, that's the thing. Let's see here, 2x scope. Kind of wish there was like a fear, like zoom in mode, where you just like slightly improve accuracy.
We got confirmation that Dr. Kramer is KIA. Our top priority now is recovering his research. Do what you can and pull out.
Looks like all of Spectre 3 is KIA. Reno says that's Dr. Kramer's corpse. Guess this is a bigger loss to Horizon than us. Wait. Spectre 3 actual isn't accounted for. I'm pinging his helmet somewhere in your area. See if you can find him. Body's missing. He could still be alive. Check the helmet cam. It's
gonna,
heavily corrupted. I'll try to stream some of it.
I tried to warn you, 106. What happens next is out of my control.
Bodies are undulating.
Eyes on the Patriarch.
106. God damn. Seeing a lot of cultists closing in on your position.
The bodies are like undulating, like twitching. It's pretty sick actually. I don't mean like a good sick. Jeez, all at once? Really? Fire the damn thing all at once, huh? What is that about blowing the load early? Taste my holy fire.
Your advance, brothers. Save yours. Your sacrifice was enough. The ritual is complete.
What a ritual. What?
What the hell? I'm picking up a signal. It's Spectre 3 actual. He's wounded, but he's coming your way.
Let me guess. Oh my goodness. Oh, damn it. Cycle disrupted. Someone's been complaining about the floating a lot, surprisingly enough. I thought people didn't like that game. I like it, actually. But, you know, I'm me. I'm cool.
Super soldier. Nothing else we can do here. Final task is neutralizing the Patriot.
Well, great. That's fantastic. Rest in peace, Actual. You were a person, I guess. One could argue that was fine.
So it's true. You really are just like me. The question is, are you any better?
91. Was that on his forehead?
Sighted at the courtyard. We're moving to intercept.
Negative. Hold fire, Spectre 1. Wait for 106.
What's this? Oh my goodness, it's the dual serum. Oh god, I feel my left arm matching my right arm. Trepang.
The Patriarch's escaping! Alright, boys, time to kick some ass.
That's right, one in each hand.
There's the monument.
Man, I didn't realize I was playing marathon. Man, new marathons. This weapon can't be dual-wielded. What? You're telling me the Spaz 12 can be dual-wielded? The meat-wielded twin freaking sparrow guns? Too much? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you could give a rat's ass for balance. Yes, my hand-eye coordination got boosted up to speed. I now know how to, well, actually, I made a sexual joke. I'm not sure.
106, you need to get to that monument before the next wave shows up.
Sure.
Take the underground. Find and kill the Patriarch.
Sure, I'm like right here. Come on. What do I do now? Just...
By the Patriarch's light, we charge!
Breaking from cover! Touch that monument! Hold the line!
Hold the line! Hold the line! By the God Emperor's name! Hold that fucking line! What? Really? It's bullcrap. All that and a freaking loose grenade offs me. Are you kidding me?
There's the monument.
All that and the freaking loose grenade just kills me. What the hell? Seriously. I'm not sure if that's good game design or just unconceived game design. Both. You'd think, given the fact that the SPAS 12 is technically capable of semi-auto fire, there would be a configuration that allowed for, like, I think it was to allow for semi-auto fire, you need to have, like, certain shotgun shells, just running into, like, a certain amount of powder, in order for you to, like, cycle and extend or anything like that. I'm trying to remember, I think that's how, like, the SPAS 12 technically
They're falling back! This is our only chance! 106, you need to get to that monument before the next wave shows up!
Take the underground. Find and kill the Patriarch.
By the Patriarch's light, we charge!
Breaking from cover!
You really want to kill me this badly?
Who said anything about wanting to kill you? Explosive and we got penetrative.
Brother, no.
stuck with the base Croatian rifle. Huh? That's right, one for each hand. Plot twist, Anton is a clone of us. Or we're a clone of Anton, whatever. I'm calling it now, that's the plot twist. Everything is just like, oh yeah, no. We gotta... Yeah, no, we have a continuous cycle that's going on. High value target, so cool. Oh man, I didn't realize I was fighting a single character. Let's some pressed shotgun, really. Ugh. A lot of times I'm dying to explosives. This is hilarious and just disheartening at the same time. Shades of burnt.
Watch it, right there.
This type of music is actually what I expect to be cultist bass. Just a sound of like what is yeah, the screams and shouts. Both cultists and you know soldiers around each other trying to fight each other to death. Oh, this is totally necessary.
Today is a day of grieving. You are the second brother I must kill.
Sorry, brother. I understand this isn't personal.
I see I finally met my match. Don't disappoint me. We will be the final martyrs.
Yeah, no, just throw a curveball all of a sudden. Put into you.
But I've done this longer than you. Beware of old men in a profession where men die young.
XCI. So that's 91. That's number
Break the cycle.
yeah, it's 91. According to the Roman numeral sign, at least.
Managed to cassavex some survivors from Spectres 1 and 2. What a fucking mission, sir.
Yeah, what a mission, but that's not my concern right now. Got bigger fish to fry, as it were.
Not much time left for morning, huh? Yeah, you get used to it. You shouldn't, but you do. We need to go on the offensive again.
Great. Go on the offensive, they say. I got the minigun, though. Yes. The minigun. It is mine. Mine to keep. Mine to own. Yes. Alright, let's see what we got here. Penetrator. It's just a penetrator. Alrighty. I can definitely see the minigun being a bit of a issue, though. I think the problem with the minigun, as it stands, is the fact that its wind-up is just too damn long. But yeah, the wind-up for the minigun is just too long for it to really justify anything. And so I can definitely see that being the case. However, to offset it, it deals like a crazy amount of burst damage per shot. So yeah, there's that. Navy blue. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I'm not going with Task Force 27. Consisted of only 27 people now, I presume.
Outstanding work, 106. Horizon was using this cult as a proxy for their research. Thanks to your efforts, you've set Horizon's progress back by a few years.
What does that say? Get in, get the doctor. No hesitation. Okay. Let's see here. We have the oil rig, the crash site, and Gunnarsson Complex, along with Site 83. 5. There's like 5 missions across the world. Alrighty. Time to put this on wrap for the, oh hey. Infinite ammo. Oh my goodness. Infinite ammo, infinite stuff. I have a question though. What is the point in having all these cheats if it's just gonna be set to easy? Alright, so that's Trepang2. To say the least, in terms of its gameplay, it's pretty good, I'd say. But in a lot of other departments, I feel, it is a bit more wanting. In terms of its narrative, it definitely feels like it wants to go for the same thing Fear does, with having like an underlying story of like who Subject 106 is. But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's kind of sort of, I don't know, a little bit inconsistent in certain areas. I feel like in some places it's a bit undone. In some other instances where it is fair to at least have to go off of at least. I don't know. I'll play more of the game on my own time to learn more about it, but overall, so far it's coming up to be pretty short for 30 shekels. Anyway, next up is Insurgency Sandstorm. Yes, I know. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop! Anyway. Alright, so next up is Insurgency Sandstorm. This will be great. Give me a sec to check on something. Alright. It's been a while since I last played Insurgency Sandstorm, actually. So I'm a bit, wary on how things are going to pan out for me. I know I'm probably going to get killed a lot, so bear with me on that. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to do just raw co-op because I really could care less for PvP. PvP, if you think Modern Warfare 2's PvP is sweaty, well, you're right actually, along with Escape from Tarkov and countless other games. But the point still stands. When it comes to Insurgency Sandstorm, the best way I could describe its player base, at least the ones that are like, you know, always the insufferable type is what I'm saying. When it comes to like the insufferable type, it's always like the type that's like washed out of like boot camp or something like that. At least that's how I feel when it comes to like how but yeah, it's how I feel when it comes to like just how like serious these guys are like playing the game. It's like, oh yeah, we need to play this as tactically and realistically as possible. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, that's not exactly what the game is meant for. I mean, you could do it in theory, but at the same time, why would you? At least in the sense that without proper preparation, investigation, and actual searching on how to properly do it. Every time this is more or less when applying towards community servers, I should say, as for the most part, I would guess like other servers are a bit more prepared, but when it comes to like community stuff, it's kind of sort of just like hard to really just get the gist of. All right, I'm trying to think to myself, what drip do I want today? Because I have a lot of drip, as you can see. So much drip, in fact. Let's go with old-fashioned here. everyone remembers Insurgency Sandstorm 1, right? And how there was like an operator that would kind of look like this. Then again, maybe we should go with the one that I designed off the original. That's heavy armor. At the same time, oh man, the choices are so many. I'll just go with my personal modern look. Pray to God that I find an actual match for security. Oh man, insurgents. I prefer to play for the security force if I'm being honest. Mostly because they're technically the allying force, while the insurgents are Op 4. So yeah, no, that's something that I prefer. I like Western weapons contrary to Eastern weapons, and that pertains towards the fact that they use like AKs predominantly. You could in co-op you could actually use any weapon for both sides, but it's quite clear that the insurgents are more designed to be using but yeah, they're clearly more in line to use like Kalashnikov weapons instead. Yeah, off to a great start. I shot my teammate in the back twice. I got freaking grazed myself.
Alright, good! We captured B!
There we go, clean kill out.
I'm ready to go!
Alright, keep it moving. So I'm trying to think. I remember hearing something about Insurgency Sandstorm and how I think of like people thinking it's dying. Yeah, I think like some people are like saying like, oh, Insurgency is dying, but I think it's like being bought out by the Embracer group or something like that. I'm not sure if it. Honestly, I don't know how to define the fact that it is dying, but I don't think it's like one of those things where it's like forcefully dying. Like for example, it's bleeding out, just like on a, like it's bleeding out. It's got a gunshot wound to its gut, and you know it's got a stab wound in its neck. Like it's dying from like 2 angles or something like that. Honestly, I just thought that Insurgency Sandstorm was just dying out naturally. I mean, yeah, as far as my knowledge extends, there's actually been like what, 2018, I think.
I'm reloading.
Yeah, I think it's like from like.
Oh yeah, shove that bag back in, Daddy. Shove it.
In it, bruv. In it. Yoinkies.
But yeah, it's like from like 2018, so I honestly thought it was just like we're just naturally dying. But yeah, I honestly thought it was just naturally dying, you know? It had its course, it had its run. And you know, while it's still being played to this day, it's just, you know, slowly just dying out. Sure, there's been DLC that's been coming out for a while to expansion. Like, I don't know. I should probably check as to when the game released. Because who knows, maybe it was a lot shorter than I remember. But I remember picking this up while I was in college, which was back in like 2018, 2019. And I remember a lot of things from the original. Guys up top. Crap. Alrighty, there we go. Let's see, how far are we? Okay. Alright, but yeah, no, I honestly thought the game was just naturally dying out by itself. There have been stumbles here and there, admittedly, but ultimately it lived a full enough life.
I got RPG, I can just say they found a through a window.
Yeah, it had a full life cycle. Now it's just, it's just being maintained. I don't know, it's one of those things where I'm sure there's probably something going on behind, like, the business side of things, and there's gonna be someone that's gonna explain to me that someone's gonna explain to me, it's like, oh yeah, no, Home Focus Interactive and New World Interactive, they lost their touch like 4 years ago, or some other like stuff like that. This game had its highs and it had its lows. The game had highs and lows, that's for sure.
Okay, I think we need a rocket strike there.
Let me check real quick. When did this game come out first? 2018! Wow, okay, so yeah, I was right. So around... That's my fault.
Move back. Up, rockets up.
Well, yeah, this game came out in like 2018. And for 5 long years, it has sustainably been played. And for 5 long years, it's sustainably been played ever since. 5 years of expansions, supports, and all sorts of things going on. 5 years of mistakes, but 5 good years of just played. I mean, Insurgency is dying, but I don't think it's like dying like I don't think it's like dying like I don't think it's like dying in like the most like over the top, like, oh, it's like business is doing horribly, all this stuff, players are leaving to play other games. Like, yeah, no, that's just sounds like other people moving on to other games. Yes, undoubtedly, they'll come back to Insurgency every now and then, but there are new games out there. You can't expect people to play the same game over and over and just. But yeah, you can't expect people to play the same game over and over. Definitely. In the sense that at some point it is going to become stale, even with as many expansions you get. It's just the natural cycle of things, as it were. I'm sure it'll still be supported even years after the fact, but yeah, I'm sure it'll still be supported years after the fact. Maintaining servers and the like, having a dedicated few player base, still playing the Insurgency, keeping it alive by technicality, but if it dies out naturally, there's no need to prolong it any longer. Let it go out the way it came. With a bang and with happy memories, rather than just keep it alive like a Frankenstein's monster. I'm not sure if there's going to be another Insurgency update. For all intents and purposes, there probably is something in the works or something like that. There probably is something in the works for something like that. And, you know, if and when that, if that is to be the last update, actually, I'm not sure if Allocates was the last update. Let me double down on that real quick later. But if this or the next update is the last, let it just go out on top while it still can, you know? It had its time to rise, it had its time to make mistakes and fumble, and it's going out strong rather than just going out and trying to keep itself perpetually alive in this ungodly state of limbo type of deal, you know? Let it go off like let it go off as a happy memory rather than just as some droning mess. Of course, there should at the very least be some level of playability post-mortem, of course. Game preservation is nowadays scarce, isn't it? Game preservation is very, very scarce these days. So, hopefully, despite the fact that while it may not be playable in an online sense, it does retain playability in a single-player sense.
Oh boy, we did it! Oh boy! Oh boy! Nina, don't turn me into a marketable plushie. Nina.
Jeez, how am I the only high-ranking guy ever? I've met people that are like level 500 in this game. I think there's probably like one psycho out there that's like 1,000. I want to play security, man. Alright, so let me look this up actually, I'm curious. Alright, let me look at this real quick. Oh my god, come on, man. Alright, there we go. Alright, what do I want to play as? Advisor. Trying to remember, are they the one with the new bullpup rifle? Actually, no, I think that's Rifleman, isn't it? Yeah, the Rifleman's got the MDR. Okay, so I want a flash hider.
Okay, alright, let's get ready.
Actually, give me the extended mag and give me tracers.
Keep it tight.
Alrighty, there we go. 5 magazines of 7.62, baby.
Alpha!
Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Top is clear.
Right!
Really need to get an optic on this thing.
Correct! We captured Alpha!
They're unleashing chemical warfare. Real quick, do I need... I'm trying to figure out what do I need the most. I feel like ammo is like one of them. There we go.
Yup, that's us.
Nope. $762, man. I'm just shooting like sniper rifle grade rounds at people now.
Fuck! They're an Alpha!
Then again, it's the same rounds used in the AK, so it's not that crazy. Well, I'm trying to remember. I think like I'm trying to remember. I know that the AK-47, or the AK series of weapons, some of them use like Soviet era like munitions.
Okay.
You know, actually, seeing as 6 Days in Fallujah is coming out sometime tomorrow, maybe I should use traditional conventional weaponry used in Fallujah instead. So that means, given the fact that it was like mid 2000s, from like post 9/11, a lot of it would be like AR-15s and 249 saws. So I should really modify this to be more accurate, but for now, let's just keep it as is. Realistically, I'm trying to think. A lot of riflemen would not be given an underbarrel grenade launcher, flash hiders, or even flip-up sights. And according to the demonstration of the video, they utilized carry handles. Yeah, the usage of carry handles were like fairly abundant, so I'm not familiar what optics were used in the battle for Fallujah, if at all any. So let me first remove that. I'm trying to think, what other weapons were used in the battle for Fallujah on the U.S. Marine, U.S. Army side of things? A lot of, I think this was before the M9 became commonplace, so a lot of the weapons were like, odds are some servicemen were given the 1911 as their primary sidearm. Contrary to now, where it's like, I think like it's either the M9 now or the Glock. I know Glock is commonplace among law enforcement, but I'm not sure about servicemen. Yeah, no. I still got like one more to play around with. Tracers. Should I slap on a grip or... Screw it, let's just slap on a flash hider. Just so that way. Oh crap, I was like up on his face with a 1911. Let me make an M16 variant just to round it out again. Again, I'm not familiar with early 2000 firearms or what the U.S. Marines were using at that time. So for the most part, this is me just trying to like finagle my way through it right now. Just pure Kevlar. Just carry thermite up the ass.
A little bit too close there.
Why can't I call anything in, bro? What the fuck?
Let me look up while I'm down. What was the U.S. Army weapons during 2000? During the battle for Iraq. Commonplace weapons. M9 pistols, M4, M16s, A2 and A4 rifles, and M249 light machine guns. Used in Iraq and Afghanistan. So, Gulf War. Okay.
Are they close?
Yeah, come on, we gotta go.
Alright, so I gotta swap out the 1911 for the M9, because apparently it was commonplace around that time. So, okay, you learn something new every day in terms of firearm history.
I got you, bro. I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, what the heck. Just slap on a usable grip. Again, this may not be entirely accurate to the Battle of Fallujah's U.S. Army's weapons, but this is somewhat close in that same vein, at least. So M4s were commonplace. So yeah, M4s and M16s were commonplace. I'm not entirely sure as to what yeah, I'm not sure which one would be entirely more commonly issued as a standard rifleman weapon, but still.
Right as we can, so we get most time out of it. There we go, there we go. There's a shit ton of them out there, be careful. Shit, stairs, stairs. Rock. Rocky. Truck's still up.
Remember the Alamo, boys.
shit. I call it a close. I call it a close. I call it a close. Stairs got in the way. Bro, get downstairs. Get downstairs. I tried to correct it, bro. It didn't. My bad. Did I kill anyone?
No, I'm still alive. Hanging by a thread, but alive.
Fucking stairs got in the way. I tried to correct it. God damn.
Hey, I'm loading up.
Crap, it's me and my digital watch. Okay. Oh my god, we're alive. Is everyone alright? Anyone still alive? Proceeds to just ask the corpses. Fallujah, Iraq War. First battle of Fallujah in 2004. Second battle for Fallujah, also 2004. 6 weeks, starting November 2004 to December 23rd, 2004. I think we got room for like one more security playthrough, so yeah, alright. Okay, so weapons that were used. 318 precision bombs, 391 rockets and missiles, 93,000 machine gun and cannon rounds. The M9 sidearm was commonplace, and oh boy. It's funny to think that 6 Days in Fallujah is actually getting a game, given the fact that it is the apparently bloodiest war there was for the given the fact that, yeah, it is the center point, as it were, for the amount of atrocities the US committed during its time. It's odd, in a way.
No, I can't!
Alright, here we go!
Yeah, it's odd in a way to think about that. A game of that, a game based on that,
They're
just
gonna smash the shit out of
exists.
that building.
Then again, there are plenty of games that exist about the Crusades, and a lot of people point toward the fact that the Crusades were like the most bloodiest, darkest part of history of mankind. Even though, funnily enough, I actually watched a video about the Crusades, and the way it explained the central conflict of the Crusades was during the time it existed, Islam invaded a lot of Christian lands, so I believe it was like a lot of Jerusalem, Egypt, and like all sorts of other places that were in the that would be modern day Iraq and Afghanistan.
Nice one, we got Alpha!
Clear!
Counterattack!
They're firing mortars!
But yeah, But yeah, the Muslims were attacking like all these Christian land back in the days of the Crusades, and as a result, in response of it, all of Christianity as a whole, no matter what sect, no matter what differentiation and belief they had, they all came together to face off against the common threats that were the invaders at that time. Which again were the Muslims with their holy conquest, or yeah, with their belief in holy conquest. So yeah. Although, contrastly again, Fallujah, the Battle of Fallujah was a little bit more, what's the word for it, heinous in a sense. Again, the usage of all sorts of weapons that defied the Geneva Conventions is certainly one evidence that it is best known as the bloodiest battle the U.S. has ever committed, I think. At least that's what I'm reading from Spark Notes right now. I will at some point in the future look into it a bit more extensively. So take what I say with a huge grain of salt. Yeah, take what I say with a huge grain of salt, and not like the fact that I know everything off the top of my head, because there are gaps in my knowledge. Jeez, I don't like how this optic is just like freaking. I don't like how the optic I'm using is like. Clear out! Throwing thermite!
I get you're trying to get points by taking the objective, but you want to let me ahead of time, you fat cunt. I appreciate it.
I said I was throwing thermite.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Watch it! Flash it!
Nope.
We should really call for fire support. We're gonna need clearing. Tell them to send a helo station. Secure in Charlie. This is Observer. We need you to send clearing. Hey! I'm loading!
I've never used 4 times magnification before. I always found it to be just disorienting. And a bit impractical in some cases, actually. The fact that a lot of this game is TQB distance.
I'm on site. I'm moving to your target.
A lot of crap going on, man. Crap.
We're getting spawn fire.
Crap. Oh, crap.
All right, we're leaving. Be safe. Back out. All right, time to move. Let's go.
You know, it's funny to think the fact that I think because of I think an update that came out for Insurgency Sandstorm changed the way how what was it? Loadouts worked, and it was due to the fact that they wanted to make it more in line to PvP. But let's be honest, nobody. That's probably like the worst element of PvP in a sense. The fact that you're restricted to like certain weapons. Tossing. But yeah. But yeah, no, I'm trying to remember. It was. But yeah, it was due to an update that changed how loadouts work in co-op for Insurgency, and a lot of people are angry that it pretty much just outright removed how loadouts were before, in which you pretty much had like, on the security side, you had access to insurgent weapons to some degree or another, and then for the insurgents, it was kind of sort of the opposite, where you didn't exactly have full access to the security weapons. There were some weapons you still had access to, just not as extensively as like others. And a lot of people, I think at the very least, were angry enough that they changed how the New World Interactive or Focus Entertainment changed it. Tossing thermite, clear out.
Fire! Friendly fire! Echo's toast!
But yeah, people were pretty angry about that change. Trying to remember what other changes people were angry about. I think there was like I actually know for a fact that it was due to a cosmetic choice that for Lunar New Year it got canned due to how people perceived it as like unrealistic and some would say offensive. I actually took a look at it, and honestly it's not terrible, at least in terms of design. If you just changed how it looked and the coloring, it honestly would have worked to some extent or another as camouflage. Or, you know, if you had like one. But yeah, if you had it like for one, if you had like one camouflage out of like many, then I'm pretty sure people would probably be like, oh yeah, it's a bit of an eyesore with that camo, but overall, it's not that bad. Yeah, no, I thought the cosmetic wasn't terrible. It was a Lunar New Year's celebration. Maybe poor choice, given the fact that it is supposed to be a real Millicent game type of deal. But yeah, no, I thought it was just alright. Change the camouflage and we pretty much set. Hell, I personally think that the Insurgent design was pretty cool. And the fact that it had the Shamka and the mask going for it. Again, change how the camouflage looks from like the bright red and gold embroidery for Lunar New Year. It doesn't slap on some like future cam or, you know, some multi-cam, whatever it's called, to just offset, you know, to have, for one, an offset option, for two, to have as just show that while it does have a particular design and look going for it, it is practical in a sense.
Alright, we're
Speak up. How are we looking? Tossing an incendiary. I need to reload. Loading. Reloading. Fucking pushovers, man! Back on ammo, guys! You guys all okay? Do it! I'm good. Asshole!
Oh my god, it's now just my crappy M9. What? I really don't understand why the M9 is an insurgent weapon. Has the military moved away from using the M9 as its sidearm and just... Actually, I think it has to some extent. It adopted the, Oh, just ate that like a champ. Crap. But yeah, I think it adopted, like, what was it, the 6-hour P226 as its mainstay firearm, didn't it? So, U.S. Army sidearm. Oh, okay. So apparently it is adopted most recently, at the very least, the 6-hour P320 M17 M18 variants. However, I'm curious as to 2010s. What do they use? The Beretta M9. Okay, so they just used the Beretta M9. Contrary to just using the Well, if I gotta have hit someone at that rate.
Bro, hold on.
Roger that. Yo, get me the radio.
Oh, brother.
Guilty.
Brother was just calling down freaking air support from danger close on our position. I didn't realize the situation called to be Broken Arrow all of a sudden. Situation just went from, oh yeah, we got the situation under control, to Broken Arrow, repeat, Broken Arrow.
Using incendiary. Bro, watch out! Step back.
Alrighty. The round is done. And I'm done. Alrighty. So, that'll be all for today. Alright, but yeah, that'll be all for today. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy this stream. I'll be streaming again later today, as it is now Thursday again. Or not, I've been streaming later into the midnight. I'll be streaming again later today around the time of 11:30? Yeah, 11:30 around, in which we will tackle 6 days in Fallujah, and hopefully by then I will understand the atrocities that would be 6 days in Fallujah. So let's see here. Soldiers, Iraqi citizens during the toughest battle, urban battle since 1968. Alright, so real quick, before I end this off completely, I'm gonna read the early access description for 6 days in Fallujah. If you wanna take a look, you can read it yourself on Steam. So yeah. Why early access? 6 days in Fallujah, hoping to attract an enthusiastic community of players who are interested in real-world tactical shooters to help us shape 6 days for years to come. Offer a robust, realistic cooperative experience right now. 4 missions to be played with 1 to 4 human players, set in urban maps generated procedurally each time the game is played. Next, we plan to add AI teammates, co-op missions, special operator missions, more nationalities, and a single-player campaign. You mean you don't have those already? We expect 6 days will be in early access for a little more than 12 months. Please see our roadmap and script which describes additional content released during the early access phase. Full version will offer a complete single-player campaign that recreates the stories of American and Iraqis during the battle, as well as a robust special operator mode, more player roles, and co-op missions and AI teammates. Introduce these components one by one through early access. And currently, the game offers 4 cooperative missions, each fighting against sophisticated AI, taking place on battles that are generated procedurally. Listed about this section, the page have been implemented. Although you can play solo right now, playing by yourself can be very challenging and realistic. It does not offer AI teammates to help you, although these will be added in the future. Plan to increase the price right after early access. Encourage the submit feedback option, as well as through forms of Steam and Discord. One reason we've entered early access is that our community can help build a foundation for a long-lasting, real-world tactical shooter franchise. You want to make this a franchise? What other games are you going to make? 12 weeks in Vietnam. But yeah, 12 weeks in Vietnam. A month in Normandy. I want to go further with World War II jokes, but I feel like I would be treading on very thin ice if I mentioned the big one that is sticking in my head, like a turkey being stuffed with a thermometer. So I'll just leave it at that. So let me see here. Okay, so what is I'm trying to see here right now as to where the roadmap is, because I want to. Well, for one, I'm gonna buy this as well. Where is your roadmap? Dang it! Where is thine roadmap? I wish to see your roadmap. 6 days in Fallujah. Coming in early access June 22nd. Moment of Truth. Real life scenarios. War on your doorstep. I would imagine I will say this while I'm having this right now. I would imagine the single player story, rather than being like a series of connected stories, it would just be like one-off stories told by each surviving soldier on both the US side of things and the Iraqi side of things. So that's what I'm imagining most. It's not gonna be like a definitive like, oh, we're the good guys, or they're the bad guys story that like Call of Duty always portrays, other first-person shooter portrays with these military scenarios. But rather, it's going to be like these stories where there are no like good people, or they're not like shit, crap. That's not what I meant. But there's not like a definitive good person or bad person. You just have people, and that's it. And that's what I'm expecting for it to really boil down to. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting it to boil down to in single player. I have no idea what they would mean by like the fact that it's like you have a special operator mode. What does that even mean, special operator mode? Just that you are, just that you're just freaking whatevering as a spec ops or something like that? I don't know. I'm a little disappointed that there isn't like support for single player though, right off the bat, or at the very least one player only, because it really, well, for one, I actually understand a little bit, but you'd think that there'd be a bit of a starting point to some extent. Who knows? Anyway, back to wrapping this up. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this stream. I'll be streaming 6 Days in Fallujah tomorrow, around the time of 11:30 odd, I presume. And yeah. Till then, take care of yourself. I'll see you soon in the next one. And yeah. Bye-bye. Oh.